I know. I wanted it to be stop motion too. But I'm recording this at 2 a.m. and it's due in the morning because I'm a terrible procrastinator. Anyway, back in medieval theater, there was a thing called processional staging, where mystery plays were performed on a series of pageant wagons. Think Disneyland parades, but each float is a different Bible story. Also, mystery plays were about Bible stories and not a theatrical production of Sherlock Holmes. That would be cool too, though. Exactly how they looked, functioned, and moved around are unclear, but I assume it was with more than just one dude pushing it through the streets. Working groups like butchers, weavers, and goldsmiths formed guilds. They were often involved in the production of mystery plays, and certain plays were assigned to specific guilds that seemed to match its theme or subject. For example, an astronaut guild would produce the Three Wise Men, because they were following the star to Bethlehem. Power miners would do the resurrection, because a giant tombstone was moved from the grave. Wookiees would do Samson, because he got his strength from his hair. Here, I have the Lego group, producing the Battle of Jericho, because of the walls that crumbled just as easily as some of my creations. I have Emmett from the Lego Movie playing Joshua, because they were both good at following instructions and were specially chosen to lead their people to victory. God came to him and gave him a 7-day battle strategy to conquer Jericho on their quest to reclaim the Promised Land. They spent the first day doing a lot of singing. The second day rolled around and they continued to sing. Day 3, wouldn't you know it, more singing. I also forgot to mention that they were marching around the walls while they were singing. Continuing on to day 5, they were still singing. But on day 6, they changed things up with more singing. But on the 7th and final day, there were trumpets involved. But I don't own any Lego trumpets, so just imagine them. They all played their trumpets together, and the walls came tumbling down, and they were eventually able to take back the Promised Land. Now at this point in time, special effects became more popular in the theater productions. Back then, they were called secrets, and they were important enough to employ secret masters to oversee them. The secret that I have on my pageant wagon involves a safety pin for transportation, which also acts as the trigger mechanism for the crumbling walls. After the scene ends, they reset the wagon and proceed to the next group of people on the streets. And thus, the cycle continues. Which would have been funnier if I mentioned earlier that mystery plays were also called cycle plays. Oh well.